Hey guys, what's up? It's Laura from Laura Marie Plans, and today I am here for a very special plan with me the 16th through the 22nd in my SPC Edit planner with my Caress Press 2023 inserts. I am planning for the week of Lunar New Year, which is really exciting. I pulled in an abundance of foil. Well, first, I'll start off with the kit. I am using the Prosperity Kit from Caress Press. And I thought this week would have been a beautiful week to color block, but I had extenders on like the same days and it just didn't work well for me planner math wise, so I didn't do it. But I think this would have been such a fire spread to color block. But I loved this art that Kitness just came out with this year, and I was so glad it was like accessible to everyone and it wasn't like an exclusive art. And it was just like an art set that was available to many, many shops because I just feel like that helps with the representation. And I used foil from Planner Choco. She had some Lunar New Year exclusive foil, which I absolutely loved. And then I used a foil bundle from Caress Press, also in the Lunar New Year format. And while I think many, many foil colors would look marvelous with this kit, I do think red is just a necessity for Lunar New Year. It just brings good luck. It's a thing, and you got to wear red, you got to do everything red. So I could not use red foil just for uh celebrating the holiday, but I think this would have looked good with so many fun foils. But of course I went with red, and I love these underlays from Planner Choco. I love the background of them. I really think it like comes together nicely with the overlays I also matched up with it. And I feel like it looks really good with the Caress Press foil bundle as well, it being in red. And then I didn't have very many red scripts because I just pulled from basically the Caress Press foil bundle for red scripts. So everything else I used gold, which I think is a really nice pop because gold obviously matches this really nicely, and then just like black scripts. But I absolutely love how this week turned out. This is always a really, really special week for me. I've obviously been celebrating Lunar New Year my whole life, but in my planner, I don't know if I've necessarily been celebrating Lunar New Year in my planner my whole planner life. So I feel like this just adds to the representation, and it really is nice to have options for kits for people who do celebrate holidays, if they do want to use these in their planner, because there's just so many diverse people out there in the planner community and just like in the whole world, that I feel like we should just be representing everyone and making everyone feel included in like the hobby. So yeah, I absolutely love how this turned out. I also did get some custom overlays from Plana Hannah in her red foil, and I think the food in this kit is so fun. The fashion people in this kit is amazing. Um and oh, I just had such a really good Lunar New Year. I love how this kit has the tall box of the dragon box, because I love, sorry, why do I keep calling it a dragon? I love the lion dancing. That is definitely a memory that just I always have of Lunar New Year, and I always love seeing the lion dance performers ever since I was really young. And yeah, it's good times all around. I don't really know, like, I'm trying to remember what I said. I filmed this voiceover like over a week ago, and then I just now exported it, and the export failed because my laptop randomly decided to die even though it was plugged in. I don't know, couldn't tell you. And so now I'm redoing this voiceover, but now it's been like a really long time since I filmed this. But yeah, the basics. I'm just putting overlays on boxes, using a lot of red. And I loved the Planner Chergo foil that came with, or that it didn't come with this, that came out on Lunar New Year. And I've been loving how they have been doing so many different fun foils each week. I feel like they have been really going along with the themes, which just like, ugh, I really appreciate that. Like, I love it. So yeah, and they did not lack representation for Lunar New Year this year at all as a foil shop, and I just really appreciate that. So on Monday it was MLK Junior Day, so I marked that. Oh, also in the sidebar, I think I'm doing that first. I did use the bunny zodiac sign um from Papershire, and then the lion dance. I can't remember what her characters are called. Maru, the marshmallow, I think, from Paper and Milk. And I cut up this quote box I got custom from Plannahannah and just put it in the sidebar because it was just an extra box I had and I figured that would work. So on Monday, it was MLK Junior Day. And I, of course, had lots of meetings this day. I have like holidays like those off, but whenever school is out, that is my most busy days. So that usually is the same days I get off if it's like a big holiday. So even though I have it off, a lot of parents want to meet on those days because that's when they have availability, and it totally makes sense. And I don't really have kids, so it doesn't really impact me because a work day is a work day for me. So I just go ahead and work that day. So I had a bunch of meetings this day. I'm sure I had a bunch of parent trainings. That's always like whenever I have holidays, if I have like any meetings at all that deal with parents, then I am most likely meeting them on a after school hours or on a day with no school. And then I got Starbucks with Mochi and Ollie because we were still watching Mochi, so I wanted to mark that. And then I took down my Christmas decor, which I was just like annoyed about that I had put up my Christmas decor at this point, because I put up my Christmas decor in December and then I didn't celebrate Christmas here. I went away for 2 weeks and then I came home and the Christmas decor was there, and it was like all the boxes were taking up room in my study because I like store it at my parents' house because I just live in like a small apartment in the city. And so it was just a whole thing. And so then just having to take it all down was annoying, but um I was planning on returning it when I went to my parents' house later this week for Lunar New Year, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. So I took it down. I did some planning time. I watched Monday Night Football. I think this may have been the last Monday Night Football game, I feel like. Good memories. Now the football season is really coming to the end. And then I watched some Amazing Race, which has been my new favorite show to binge and everything. And I do apologize that this is completely out of frame. I wish oh no, I did kind of notice, but you guys will be able to see it later. Also, I do recommend checking out my planner Instagram at Laura Marie Plans to see like up close pictures and all the shops tagged and stuff. On Tuesday I had more meetings, so I marked that, and then I just probably had like a bunch of work supervisions, observations, etc. I used to mark like everything I did for work when I was like ramping up clients, but now that I have like a full caseload, I really just mark work when I work because I'll be out all day. And then I did pick up my dad from the airport. My parents both went to Colorado, but my mom had to stay in Colorado to go to work. So my dad flew back after the long weekend, and my mom stayed in Colorado and came home later in the week. But I picked up my dad because I had Mochi and he was flying into the airport near me, and he parked his car at my apartment garage. So there was just lots of reasons. So I picked him up, and I said goodbye to Mochi, which was, as always, very, very sad because I love that dog so much. And as a thank you for like watching Mochi and being my dad's Uber and stuff, which was not necessary, but he wanted to say thank you with food because he is Asian. He got us Nando's, so I marked that because we like picked that up and had Nando's this night. And then I did do some planning. And then I had a phone call with one of my best friends. She was out with COVID because her job is very vulnerable to getting COVID, unfortunately. So we like couldn't do our weekly hang. So we just had a little phone call instead. And then I got a Smoothie King this day, and then I ran some errands. I probably went to Target and Harris Teeter if I could guess. And then I did do some filming this day, and I think I watched Amazing Race, but I just marked it as Netflix because I didn't have enough full boxes in this kit, and I had another this day of an extender, and I did have enough underlays. So I basically just thought I would really extend my plans on Tuesday. So I just put that big Netflix sticker in because I feel like those colors with the like red and the yellow being so bright on Jake's hair in the Netflix screen, it's hard to match, but it does match the spread. So I took full advantage of that and put that there. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I watched Amazing Race, which I watch on Paramount Plus, not Netflix, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter. On Wednesday, I did have a little sick day. I caught something from the week prior, and I felt miserable this day, and I was so scared I was going to get really sick again because I think I got sick like 2 or 3 times after I got COVID in October. So in just November and December, I got sick 2 or 3 times before I went to Thailand. So basically in like a month and a half, like for like 5 or 6 weeks, I got sick 2 or 3 times. So basically every other week. And they were bad sicknesses. Like the one time I got sick, it was worse than when I had COVID. And I could have sworn it was the flu or something. I don't know. So I was just really nervous when I got sick this day again. Like I felt the same, like it hurts to swallow. Like it's always the same thing. I don't know if it's like long COVID or what, but maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe I should do more research. But I was sick this day. So I marked that. And then I took Ollie to the dog park because I did like not really work this day. So I took him to the dog park. I got pho for dinner on delivery because pho always makes my throat feel better, and I just love me a good bowl of pho from the right place. And then I watched a bunch of The Amazing Race this day because I was just not feeling good, and I just marked that I was sick AF because I was just not feeling good. Then on Thursday, I was feeling better, so thank goodness my illness did not last. So I got a massage this day. My friend who lives in our apartment building gives the best massages, and we're like friends through our dogs, but she also massages me. And so she came over this day to give me a massage. And then I went to Starbucks after with Oliver. And then I believe I did some work from home this day. And then we went on a little Target run, and I took Oliver to PetSmart, which I think I said in my last plan with me that I like to do enrichment, or it was the plan with me that was this plan with me voiceover that is now gone. But yeah, I like to enrich him, and PetSmart I feel like is a great way to generalize his skills that he learns with me at home. I'm a behavioralist, so that's just the way my brain thinks. But I love taking him to PetSmart. We took him today again when I'm filming this voiceover. So it's just been a really fun activity. And he's always such a good boy there. And today he actually didn't get any treats after, which he usually gets a treat after. But today he didn't. So that's good because he's able to now go out there and be a good boy and not need a treat. And then I watched more Amazing Race, and then I was just feeling super, super anxious this day. So I marked that. On Friday, it was my grandfather's 91st birthday. I did start vlogging this day. So I uploaded like a Lunar New Year weekend vlog on this same channel. I will link it down below, but you guys can kind of see everything I did in actual style and now planning style. So that's kind of cool. I only vlogged Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but it was still quite a long vlog. But yeah, definitely let me know if you guys want to see more of those or in the future or less. But yeah, we had a busy weekend. You guys will see what I did. But if you already saw my vlog, then y'all already know what I did. And now you can see like the parts that I choose to mark in my planner. So it was my grandfather's 91st birthday, which I just love this sticker from Once More with Love. It was on the Lunar New Year sheet, which I just need another sheet of those. I don't think she came out with one this year, but I honestly don't know. I feel like I haven't been really keeping up to date with like my character stickers lately that aren't custom. I've been really obsessed with the custom stickers. But I could use a whole sheet of these little guys with their rainbow hats to mark things between my grandfather and my dad. Like I could really use it. I'm not even kidding. I did work this day, so I probably had like more supervisions and observations and assessments and all that. I don't even know. It's all a blur now. And then I did have a rover drop off. Oh, I do remember this day because I vlogged it. I had a supervision in the morning, and then I came home and we had a dog get dropped off with us. And then I went to another supervision in the afternoon. And then this night we went out to a place called Immigrant Food, and the food was good. I didn't like the dish I got, so I of course was hungry after and had a second dinner, which I didn't mark, but I just marked this as a night out because it was a fun restaurant. I love the idea. I forget what they called it, but like for profit. I don't know. I don't know what they called it, but it was called Immigrant Food. It's right by the White House. And yeah, so that was really good. And then I did wrap a bunch of gifts this day because I did have gifts that I want to give to my grandfather for Lunar New Year / his birthday, as well as my parents. I had holiday gifts from like when we went to Thailand that didn't end up fitting in our suitcase because they were really, really big. And this is like the first time I'm basically seeing both of them. And it just turned out to be like a little Lunar New Year gift exchange, which you'll see on the next day. So I did wrap a bunch of gifts this day, and then I just spent some quality time with Jake, and I have been loving these. Are they scribblers? I don't know. I honestly will just forever call all of Scribble Prince Co. sticker scribblers because I just love the name for that. But these cute little blonde hair boys, they're so cute. Like so cute to mark Jake. They look just like Jake to me for some reason. I know they're like probably supposed to be like younger boys, but you know. On Saturday, I just hung out with the dogs a bunch because we were watching a Rover dog and Oliver. And then we watched some football. It was playoff time, so definitely enjoyed some football. And then this day we went to my parents' house and we celebrated Lunar New Year. My parents were there, and then Jake came, and my aunt and my grandfather were there. So that was really fun. And before this, my mom was like, do you guys want hot pot or dumplings? Those are like the big Lunar New Year things that we are in between, like traditions. And I was like, either. I will be perfectly happy with either. I love a good hot pot time, and Jake loves a good dumpling time, but we also both love like I love dumplings and he loves hot pot, so it just works. And they did have hot pot, and they had it like all around their like kitchen island, and we all sat around. Definitely refer to my vlog because it was really nicely laid out. They like did it all themselves. They got all the meat from the Chinese grocery store. They got like scallion pancakes from the grocery store. I'm trying to say the words in English because I only know Chinese names for a lot of foods, but yeah, that's why I'm kind of stuttering. And then we got like barbecue pork buns, which were so good. And just a lot of different meats, tofu, veggies, bok choy, all that. And we had a little hot pot moment, and it was so much fun. I love me a good hot pot moment, especially on Lunar New Year in like the cold weather. It's so great. And also I feel like Lunar New Year for me is more New Year for me than the traditional like January 1st being New Year. I feel like while January 1st being the new year is the new year here, I just always feel like it takes me a month or so after, and it's always around the Lunar New Year that I really start to feel like, okay, it's a new year. I can have goals. I can have whatever. So I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I always feel like the Lunar New Year for me feels more like a new year than the traditional new year that we all celebrate on IDK, what calendar it is. I just marked that I had family time, and then we did do a little gift exchange, which was really fun. My parents had gifts for me too, which I don't even know why. And for Jake, they like got gifts, I guess, for watching Mochi from like Colorado. My mom, I think I've said this before, but my mom loves getting gifts whenever she travels anywhere, and she travels so much for work, and she'll always bring me back a gift. Like sometimes it's just a pin because she knows I collect pins, but like other times it's like full on clothes and like shoes, and I'm like, oh my God. Like she got Jake a bunch of Patagonia. And I didn't realize it was Patagonia until I saw Jake wearing Patagonia. And I was like, where did you get that Patagonia? He was like, from your parents. And I was like, oh, wow. They really be going all out with these gifts. And then I just went home this night and edited some YouTube videos. On Sunday, we had another Rover drop off in the morning. We had 2 dogs get dropped off, which was amazing because they were really good dogs and we got paid more. I was really sleepy, so I kind of took like a nap in between, and then the other dog that had been watching since Friday got picked up this day, so I marked that. And then we did just watch some football. I cuddled with Jake. I did some planning time, and then we just hung out a bunch with the dogs. And then this night we went on a little date night. Jake took me to Cranes in DC right outside of Chinatown, there was a current event that I won't get into in this video because trigger warning and I just don't feel like it. But there was an event that happened that made me really scared to like go towards Chinatown this day because our Chinatown in DC was having like an event that we usually go to. But I just did not feel comfortable. So we did not go, but then our date night was by Chinatown, and so I went at night and I faced my fear. But yeah, so I marked that at the end. But our date night was super good. We had a 5-course omakase meal. It was at Cranes. It was a Japanese Italian restaurant, and it was like tapa style. No, not Japanese Italian. Japanese Spanish. I think it was Japanese Spanish. I honestly can't remember now. I'm gonna assume Japanese Spanish, but I don't even know. But it was amazing. It was such good food. The highlight for me were the Brussels sprouts with these amazing noodles that are like cooked less than al dente, I think is the word. I try and cook every noodle like that and it severely fails. I love a good crunchy noodle like they do in Asia and they did at this restaurant. It was so good. I completely like destroyed that dish. It was so good. But yeah, it was a really, really fun date night. It was also restaurant week, so it was like really affordable to get a 5-course omakase meal, which they usually do like a 10-course omakase meal for a bit more expensive. And then Jake also got a 3-course drink pairing with it. I didn't get that because I'm not a big drinker. And I'm kind of glad I didn't because it was all like wines. But yeah, so that was really, really fun. But I really enjoyed this week. I had so much fun. I am sprinkling in some red and gold mini deco from Planner Choco here. And these are my leftovers. And I hope you guys enjoyed this spread. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Like and comment down below if you celebrated Lunar New Year and what you did. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.